Look, it has little hearts. Little hearts. Okay, hi. This is Mushroom Oasis. I need to talk slower. This is Mushroom Oasis, and it is a game about love. Maybe. Fucked up love. Anyways, what's your cat's name? Owns a female cat. Bones has been missing for, oh wait, what? She was an indoor cat, but had the tenacity of a wild cat on a mission, trying to leave whenever the door was open. Cat, Cattius in playtime just wasn't enough for the little menace. I figured she'd come running if I left out some food by the porch. 3 days later, still no cat. Does he have our cat? I tried everything I could think of, asking around the neighborhood, putting up missing cat posters. Sadly, nothing came of my efforts. I couldn't search for her during the day, since I had work keeping me occupied, but there was only so many hours in the evening I could yell the streets looking for her. There was only one place left I could think she might have ran off to. It was by my house, right across the street. I've definitely caught her eyeing the birds and the squirrels that ran alongside the parameters. Yes, from the front window, her teeth clicking in excitement. I was no outdoorsy person by any means. In fact, the thought of going in there scares me. But I had to find her, or at least try. The first weekend that came around, I packed up some water, Bones' favorite treats, and a compass to be safe. A compass? Fancy. I wasn't sure where to even begin looking for her, so I started walking in a straight line, calling out her name calling out her name every few steps. It certainly didn't take long for me to realize I was in over my head. That's cute. But I think this was a good idea. It was hard to find my bearings within the trees. I didn't want to admit I was lost, at least not yet. I could only squint down at my compass as the needle spun slowly. Pretty sure they weren't made to do that. Did I really bring a busted compass on my first venture out in these woods? Guess so. Figured that was just my luck. The only thing risking my own safety was my own incompetence. I shook my head hastily. No time for negativity. Bones is out there somewhere, cold and lost and hungry. Bones probably found something to eat, to be honest. I had to keep going. It's been hours. Ooh, it has been hours. I'm so lost. I don't even know why I kept searching even after the moment I realized that. Why did I think this was a good idea? Hunger had been gnawing at my stomach for a while now, having missed breakfast and lunch altogether. The heat and humidity from the afternoon sun was unbearable, but the cooling air did nothing to soothe me. Even if I were to head home, I couldn't even pinpoint where I was. What do people even do in this situation? I knew it was baseless optimism, but walking onwards was really the only thing I could think of to do. Surely I'll come across something familiar. I trudged on, my shoes carefully avoiding the tree roots, intertwined across the forest floor. But my weakened state, plus the approaching darkness, I found myself stumbling through the rough terrain. Oop, we fell. No, we didn't. My feet hit something soft, jutting out of the ground. Ack! My hand shot out as I lost my balance. My feet clumsily tried to find purchase as I wobbled backwards, arms flailing. Oop. What? Oh shit. Well, yeah. My shoe had landed smack dab in a circle of mushrooms that burnt out of. Yes, the brunt of it, causing a wispy cloud to erupt from the cluster. I stuck my nose and my elbow to avoid breathing it in. I couldn't differentiate one tree leaf from another for the life of me, but I'm pretty sure humans aren't supposed to inhale whatever the hell this was. It smelled strongly of rotten wood and wet dirt. even as it cleared. Something shiny quickly caught my attention. I stooped down to pick it up, gasping under my breath. Oh, it was Bones' collar, covered in whatever the hell those mushrooms released. I looked around desperately for any signs of her. Bones? Bones! Psst, 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 psst. I coughed from inhaling some of the remaining dust floating in the air. Not good. Not good for your lungs. I should really steer clear from this. Pocketing Bones' collar, I retreated carefully until I could breathe again. Stepping back, I could still smell it. It must have stuck to my hair and clothes. A quick once-over confirmed my suspicions, and with a slight cringe, a thin yet generous coating of it covered my sleeves and jeans. Yeah. I leaned against a tree, dusting off my clothes in a naive attempt to get the dust and smell out, to no avail. If anything, it felt like I'm breathing in more of it. What used to be musty now turned sweet. I found myself inhaling even deeper, trying to pinpoint the smell. Cucumbers? It smelled like fresh cucumbers. A tingly feeling crept up my hands and neck, pinpricks spreading across my limbs as a strange heat reached my face. Ooh, yikes. I started to feel drunk and woozy. My senses were numb. It should freak me out, and yet, a strange comfort washed over me. I should lie down. Right now, in fact. Oh shit. My legs gave out from underneath me, my body toppling over at an awkward angle. I laid there and stared and stared and stared. It was nice. Here. A peaceful calm. A perfect place for a nap, even. My eyes grew heavy as I swam in and out of consciousness. Yeah, a nap sounds really good right about now. Whoopsie. Oh? Lots of critters passing through lately. Sorry this happened to you, little one. It could have been anyone, but it has to be you. Had to be. Wait, a human. How'd you end up all the way out here? Still breathing, too. Jeez, I can't leave you here. What should I do? I woke up with a jolt. It was warm, but comfortably so. I could feel the weight of a blanket on me as I tried to sit up. I couldn't move my body. My fingers twitched uselessly at my sides as my eyes darted around in a panic. Glancing about, I could see the interior of a cabin, or at least the ceiling of one. I couldn't see much past the corner of my eyes. Where am I? How did I get here? A desperate feeling rose in my chest. I had to leave, right now. This was wrong. I wasn't meant to be here. I could hear the crackling of fire nearby. Ooh, oh no. Like the source of warmth. Stop. I had felt waking up. I could also hear footsteps approaching. Stay awake. Oh, hello. I fluttered my eyelids, straining to look at the person approaching. My eyes widened as I took in their appearance. The protrusions from their forehead catching my attention. Whatever. Not to mention the green skin. The stranger didn't sense my unease as they heaved a sigh of relief. You're awake. That's good. Very, very good. How are you feeling? I blinked. Oh, so sorry. I forgot about that. Here. The person cupped my lips, a strong, sweet smell coming from the room. A gentle hand grabbed my chin to open my mouth. I couldn't even move to resist. Don't worry, it'll help you feel better, I promise. Hi. Okay, drink up. Okay. As the liquid hit my tongue, I could feel a vague sense of heat. Ew. As I kept drinking, the taste and texture returned. The sweetness of berries and chamomile coating my taste buds. I could even detect a hint of mint. I lifted my head finally, hands fisting at my sides as I propped myself onto my elbows. The person kept a steady hand on my chin, careful not to pour it in too much in case I choked. I finished every last drop, wiping my mouth with the back of my hand. I stared at my fingers, realizing I had full autonomy over my body again. Good as new. Now how are you feeling? This is such a cute outfit. Oh, better. Thank you. The stranger laughed. Oh, I like the way you sound. Been ages since I've talked to anyone, much less a voice as nice as yours. Thank you. I brushed off their strange compliment, finally looking around the cabin properly. It was a simple room filled with sparse but decorated wooden furniture. Hey, knits. Oh, did you knit this? Did you make this? Okay. It was a simple room filled with sparse but decorated wooden furniture, fit for someone living alone. An open archway to the right led to what I assumed was a kitchen. Next to it, a door was closed shut, possibly the bathroom. Taking it in, there is a common theme of knitted decorations strewn about. Any available surface had patterned knitted tablecloths covering it. This is exactly what my house looks like, well, my apartment. Do you refer to your apartment as your house, or do you refer to it as your apartment? Because I refer to mine as both, interchangeably, all the time. An unfinished project laid beside the bedside table where I sat, a pair of knitting needles jutting out the pile of yarn from a small blanket. As far as I could tell, it looked like the beginnings of a green scarf. The stranger was comfortable in staying in silent. What? Hold on. The stranger was comfortable in staying silent, observing me as I glanced around. They tossed their hat onto the bed, scruffing their hair and making it even messier. They're adorable. You're very adorable. I like you. Yes, with their hat off, their unique features were impossible to ignore. Sorry, but what are you? Oh, I didn't introduce myself, did I? Hiya, I'm Michael, with a Y. I shook my head. No, I meant that, Michael stared at me, their left ear twitching, adorable. You look very... He snorted. Ugly? Off-putting? You're not ugly. Potentially off-putting. No, just different. Different, huh? You're just being nice. Well, then explain yourself. I mean, that's kind of rude, isn't it? I paused for a moment before pinching my nose bridge, exhaling slowly. I'm just... Sorry, it's been a long day is all. I should be thanking you. If it helps, it's a skin condition. Is what you humans call them. The way they said it didn't sound confident. And the ears, genetics, right. And I assumed I waved vaguely at their horns, antennae. Those things are just cosplay to complete the look. Wow, that was rough. That was really rough. Would that make a more convincing argument? I squinted. Maybe. Then yeah, it's cosplay. Still doesn't explain everything. Michael huffed a nervous laugh. Listen, I'm just a guy living by himself in the woods. You don't need to worry yourself further than that, okay? Something in his tone compelled you not to question his existence anymore. Just some guy. Mycelium mind control. Living in the woods. Completely normal. Right, completely normal. I'm Tate. Michael beamed. Nice to meet you, Tate. I filled with the blankets as Michael scooted closer from the edge of the bed. I know I already asked, but how are you feeling? Any aches, sores, nausea, intrusive thoughts, weird impulses, fever even? What the fuck? Back it up. Fever, I don't... He places a hand on my forehead before I could react. His hands were calloused. Ooh. Huh. Quickly retracting as he gave a thoughtful hum. You seem to be lucid. That's a good sign. Great. He hummed absently, his twitching ear reminding me of a perturbed cat. My cat. Oh shoot. Sorry, this is out of nowhere, but have you seen my cat around here? Her name's Bones. She's a sweet little thing, about this big, skittish, but she can approach strangers if she needs to. And pulled out my phone to show pictures of her, only to find it missing from my back pocket. Wait, where is... I haven't... Huh? Your cat, I haven't seen it. I see. I slumped against the pillow, rubbing my temples. She lost her collar too. Even if anyone finds her, they wouldn't be able to tell where she's from. Damn it. Michael stayed silent, watching me from the side of his bed. You came all the way here for a cat? Huh? Of course. To the point where you're willing to run yourself ragged this deep in the forest for a cat? Michael, you don't understand. Do you realize how far you've wandered away from the nearest town? Oop. I found you near unconscious, an area nobody set foot in for years. For a cat. Oh no. He sounded like he was holding himself back from giving me a stern lecture, as if in disbelief I had such little regard for my own survival. Well, my cheeks grew heated at how stupid and reckless that sounds. I mean, she's not just a cat, she's my family. I know it was stupid for even trying, but I had to. Michael eased up, shoulders tense as he looked me over from underneath his unruly bangs. Family, huh? He finally tipped his hat at me with a smile. Nope. Head. He tipped his head at me with a smile. You're willing to wander this far for such a small critter. I've met my fair share of lost campers, hunters, a few runaway teenagers or two. But some looking for their pet. You're kind of weird, aren't you? I sputtered, much to his amusement. Speak for yourself. Who cosplays in the middle of the woods? Michael laughed, a deep, hearty one resonating from his chest. Fair. I think I'm starting to like you, Tate. Not that much. Back it up. Not that much. Likewise. His smile widened, but something about it was off. He was showing too much teeth. Felt like he hadn't talked to someone in a real long time. I forgot how to smell the right amount. I rubbed my neck, trying to think of something else to say. Can I ask you, how did I get here? Oh, like I said, I found you in the woods, not far from here. Oh jeez, really? I knew I was tired, but I couldn't have possibly. I did step in something important. Familiar pinpricks crept up my skin. Home? I need to go home. Michael stiffened as he grabbed my shoulders. Never mind that. Oh, okay, I see what this is. You asshole. You've fallen unconscious from a heat stroke. Wow, great, heat stroke. Heat stroke? No, that's not what happened. I was fine until... Michael shook his head insistently, leaning close. No. Firefly, right? Don't start that shit with me. You weren't fine at all. If I hadn't found you when I did, well, who knows what could have happened. You could have got injured or attacked by a wild animal. There's dangers in these woods, you know, like you. No, he was right. You had been so foolish. How did you think you could do this on your own? Searching for your cat in the middle of the woods, to go in without bringing any water, passing out of heat stroke of all things. How could you have been so stupid? I shook my head, brain too foggy to pick apart my thoughts. He sounded so confident, so why would you doubt him? Michael, we are about to fist fight in the woods, in your cabin in the woods. As we're going outside, we're fist fighting in the woods. Don't start me. Well, if it means anything, I'm glad you were there. Michael relaxed, hand on his lap once more. He grinned at me. So I am, Tate. I'm definitely glad I found you. His eyes were hidden behind his unruly hair, but I couldn't help feeling how intensely they were fixated on me as he said that. There on the back of my neck stood up. Sure. Without a distraction, I've only realized how uncomfortable I was sitting still. The blanket on me was starting to itch, just as the desperate need to get home began to rise in me again. This was interesting, but I should really get going now. Wait. My host jumped up from the bed before I could. I mean, I can't just let you wander around the woods this late. Please stay a bit longer. Come. Oh, shit. Hey, no. I was talking. He grabbed my hand and led me across the room. We stepped into a kitchen, a fragrant smell of cooked potatoes and meat hanging in the air. 2 plates had been set on a small circular table, complete with utensils. So, Michael, what is this? Complete with utensils and mugs of tea. What's in the tea? I don't trust Michael at all. Oh, look at the little glove. It's so cute. His cabin is really cute. This is adorable. Wow, I would live here if it weren't for being potentially drugged. I wasn't expecting guests today, so the food is nothing fancy. But join me for dinner? Michael, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay. He looked so hopeful. Ears drooping. You'd feel bad if you had to say no. Hold on, actually, saves. Oh, look at the little hearts. Cute. Thinking. I'm scared to say no, I really am. I ignored the pleading voice in the back of my head, stealing my resolve. Strange enough, the second I made my mind, the faint static that fogged my thoughts cleared instantly, only replaced with the urgent need to go back home. Michael goes quiet, his grip on my hand tightening before he loosens his hold. I see, if that's what you want. But, are you really sure? Yes, that's what I'm meant to do. I mean, I guess it doesn't hurt to stay. Man, I don't know. Can I leave? For real, or is he just gonna drug me and then he's gonna be angry? Then I'm stuck here with an angry person. I mean, no, we're gonna keep at it. Yikes. His ears flattened at my words. He laughs an empty laugh, mouth twisting into a crooked grimace. Surely you wouldn't mind sitting down for a quick meal. Just a bite, even? Please. His hands twisted at his sides. Do you really have to go? This is kind of scary. Michael, what's going on? I'm scared. Yes. Michael stared at me as if looking for something. He finally sighed in defeat. Alright, I guess I can't keep you here. Not anymore. Let me lead you outside. Oh! Michael ushered me towards the door, swinging it open as he sidestepped to let me out. The chill breeze crept among my arms. I turned towards him one last time. Thanks again for everything. He was silent for a moment, staring past me into the trees. You're welcome. Be careful on your way back. I'm sorry there's not much more I could do for you. He's been nothing but gracious. It's strange for a farewell, but I was too occupied with my thoughts of returning home to care. I looked over the woods, the shadows cast from the moonlight causing me to hesitate. No, causing hesitation in me. Do you mind giving me some directions as a head start? Michael looked at me finally, then the horizon with the tilt of his chin. Keep heading in that direction. You'll come across a trail that'll lead you straight home. Damn, okay. I waved at him as he shut the door, the mechanism locking shut with a click. I stood there for a moment, questioning if I made the right decision or not. Another urgent thought compelled me to leave. This place is not safe for me. I have to go. It was already too late to go back, so I gathered my resolve and walked away. I walked and walked. Trees blended into one another after a while. I should have been afraid or concerned, but it felt right. The darkness that surrounded it was too comforting for me to feel in danger. I steered away from the direction Michael showed me ages ago, my feet willingly carrying me to my body to someplace specific, someplace special. I'm scared. Where are we going? A final destination here. A patch of mushrooms I had stepped on earlier. I was meant to be here. I was always meant to be here. I laid down in the cold, wet dirt and closed my eyes. Are you fucking kidding me? You couldn't have let me go the fuck home, Michael? There's not much I could do. If the forest had staked its claim on you, Firefly. What? I wish I could have found you sooner. Sleep well, Tate. Shit, really? Ending one peaceful slumber. Asshole. Are you for real? I am going... Okay, well, that is enough for the first episode. In the second one, I will continue. I will say no. I will say no less to Michael. Sometimes. Bye.